So this is recording. If you're listening, make sure you go over this. Make sure you understand it. Things you will need to know, ladies and gentlemen. Alkanes and alkenes. Over here. Thank you. That's it. Follow me. Come on. That's it. Alkenes, alkanes, and alkynes. I want you to look at substitution and addition reactions. All right. Substitution and addition reactions. Basically, the addition reactions of those alkenes and alkynes with bromine. All right. Look over that. In terms of alcohols, how they are made, oxidation with dichromate, and you know, the difference between primary, secondary, and tertiary. So your primary will turn into an aldehyde, and then into a carboxylic acid, the secondary will turn into a ketone. Make sure you know the equations associated with that, okay? With making alcohol, you must look at fermentation. So aldehydes and ketones look at how they're made. With dichromate. It's the same equations down here. All right, so that equation will cover most of the topic. And Tollens test. Okay? Silver mirror, which we've done. You should also look at the physical properties. Okay, boiling points and solubility, comparing the two. The carboxylic acids, again, with the carboxylic acids, see how they're made with excess dichromate. Okay. Esterification, you must look at that. You've covered that in the prac anyway. You should know by now. It's an acid with reflux for a long period of time. You get an alcohol, you get a carboxylic acid, you make an ester. Make sure you get the naming right, all right? The back end of the ester name is what comes from the carboxylic acid. The front end comes from the alcohol. So if I had ethanol and butanoic acid and I combine them, I would make ethyl butanoate. All right? So look at esterification. and which will cover your esters. The last thing I'd like you to look at is those carboxylic acid reactions with bases. Okay? Now that's a basic guide, but I want you to fill that out. Get as much information on those things as you can. Esters is a big one. One thing you might want to look at esters is the hydrolysis of esters, i.e. the splitting of them. And under which conditions you do that with. So now I want you to find one problem you cannot solve, and then I'm going to go around and help you with it. This is your time. Just in general, tips to look at. Can you look at solubility? Can you look at, how alcohols are more soluble than other molecules and other functional groups? Look at how the non-polar long chains actually affect solubility. So the longer the carbon chain, the less likely it will dissolve in water, which you can use to determine, its physical properties. With the dichromate stuff, it might not be explicitly told to you. You might say, can you design a test to tell the difference between one functional group and another? And that's where you bring in, you might want to bring in the bromine or the dichromates or the Tollens test, okay? That's about the size of the first part of organic chem. And I'll leave it there. Please look at this for a guide of what you should be looking at.